Hey guys, Ed Hubbs from Full Blown Customs. The panel I got in front of me here is one that we just did the wrinkle effect finish on. Now I'm going to show you how to do the water droplet effect. As you can see, we've already pre-masked everything off. Now I'm going to take our water and we're going to spray it on top. We're going to make sure the panel's laid flat so it doesn't run off. We're going to spray the water on it, and I'm going to take some silver metallic. We're going to spray it from one direction, and then we'll show you how it'll evaporate and create a real neat water droplet effect. All right, let's get started. What I'm using is just regular water in a squirt bottle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the water on here in little droplets. The bigger the droplets you put on, the longer it's going to take for the water to evaporate. Now, we're going to take a heat lamp, which we have in our shop here, put on top of it, which will speed up the process. But if you're at your shop, you don't have a heat lamp, just let it sit in your booth or in your garage, wherever you're at. Let it sit overnight. Let it just dry up, come back in the next day. Don't bump the panel and move the water around, because what you want is you want the water to evaporate, and the metallic or whatever paint you're using, if it's just a straight solid color, you want it to evaporate and pull down through the surface so it creates that halo effect around it. Now, what you don't want to use is a heat gun or anything on it, because you don't want to blow the water around. Just let it set and let it evaporate. Just kind of squirting it around here a little bit. Go back up the flames here a little bit. We've already sprayed our water droplets down. Now I got my silver and my touch-up gun, and I'm going to spray it at this angle here. And what that's going to do is create a halo around the top side will be the lighter part, and then the back side will be the dark. And what you want to spray it on really light and misty, because if you spray it on heavy, then it's just going to cover the whole panel, and that's not what you want. Let's get to spraying here. Got our paint mixed up on our gun. We're ready to spray. Now I've over-reduced this just a little bit. We're using a silver mixture. Now you want to use about 10-15 pounds of pressure, because you don't want to blow the water all over. You're going to spray it at an angle, and what we're going to do is just lightly mist it. Don't cover the whole panel. That's not the effect we're going for. Let's go ahead and spray it here. It's really hard to see what we're doing in camera, but you'll see the effect here in just a minute. I'm just barely pulling the trigger and misting it on. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but let's get up close here. What it's going to do is, like where the water droplet is here, where the silver is coming from this angle, it's going to have a highlight, and then the back side will be the shadow edge. Got our heat lamp on. Now we're just going to step back, show you a time lapse, and let it evaporate. As you can see in the video, the bigger droplets have a cooler effect, more of a 3D effect. The smaller ones, well, they still look cool, but the reason we did the smaller ones is just kind of speed the process up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and spray a second layer on. The silver metallic that I put on here, just not picking it up in the camera very good. So we're going to go ahead and spray some more water on, and we're going to do a white over top of that. We'll do a little bit bigger droplets too, so you can really see the effect. You can do multi-layers. You can do different colors even. You can add different colors on top of this. We're just going to come in at the same angle, and we're going to go over top of these water droplets again. We're using white this time, so it'll really stand out in the camera for you. I'm really over-exaggerating what we're doing right now, just so it'll show up better in the camera for you. As you can see, we're all finished here. What a really cool effect. Now, I've showed you two different ways of doing this. First, we took our black base, we took the water droplets, put it on it, And then we took our silver base and we went back over that. Now that's kind of a ghost effect. That's one way of doing it. Then the second way we did it, we went back in with more water droplets and sprayed white back on top. Now that's a real dominant effect. Now you don't have to spray back over the silver. You can use any color you want actually to spray on there, but the white really has a nice effect. Now I'm going to take some blue candy and I'm going to go back over top of all of this. We're going to go ahead and spray some blue candy back over this right now. Now this is not a necessary step. You can leave it just like it is and mask the rest of this, clear coat the panel, and you're done. But we're just going to go ahead and throw some blue candy over it, just give it another effect. I'm just going to fade the blue candy up a little ways. I'm not going to go all the way up. As you can see, I just faded my candy from the bottom up. Just going to kind of leave it like that, leave the white up on the top because that'll match up with the blue here, and then the silver comes down right here, so then it'll just be an exact opposite. I just can't help myself. I just keep going and going. We're going to shadow this black and just make it look like it's down really in depth. Just follow it outside with your black. Do half on the tape, half off the tape. We're all finished with the hood now, and let's unmask it and see what the flames look like. As you can see, I showed you step by step how to create the wrinkle finish in our other video, and then from that point we've taken and did some flames, and now we did the water droplet effect. Hopefully you can do these combinations together and create a very cool effect. Just think if this was on the hood of your car or a customer's car. You've seen how easy and simple it is? This is a money maker. For any of the products used in this video, make sure you go to my website, fullblowncustoms.com. Click on the recommended products. You can go from there. You can check out air compressors, spray guns, airbrushes, anything you need for airbrushing.